Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your tarot card reading for March 2024. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Jane. Thanks to everyone for being here. So for these tarot card readings, you are free to watch for either your sun, moon, or rising sign. If you're interested in your love energies, you can certainly check out your Venus sign as well to see if that resonates for you too. So let's go ahead and keep it short and sweet this month. Let's go ahead and get right into the reading. Hello, Capricorn, and welcome to your monthly reading for March. Now, I was already shuffling before I turned on the camera. This card came out, so I just wanted to start with this, turn on the camera right away. This card is the Moth Spirit. It says, surrender now. This really is the perfect card for Pisces season because not only is it just Pisces, surrender, letting go, right? It's not just that, but it's also the influence of Neptune that's involved. So this week we're going to have Mercury coming into a conjunction with Neptune before it moves into Aries on the 9th. And then we have the Sun next week coming in through Neptune as well before it moves into Aries on the 19th. So we have all of this Neptunian energy that is happening right before the spring equinox. And the Neptunian energy it's a really, really hard thing to contend with when you're trying to have some semblance of control over your life, because Neptune is not really about control. This is not about keeping things in a box or keeping schedules, and it's not about waking up early and getting all of these things done. There's going to be maybe a push-pull, because as soon as Mercury moves into Aries on the 9th, the sun will still be in Pisces, and I feel like those two signs are significantly contradictory. And the Aries Mercury is going to want to get up and go do things and initiate and make things happen, but that sun in Pisces is going to be like, oh, I really just need to rest. I need to be creative. I need to be in my dream state, my imagination. And you're going to have to find a way to somehow balance those two things. Not to mention that Mercury, once it kind of comes into Aries, in April, he's going to be moving in he's going to be doing a retrograde in April. So through March, he's going to be coming into his pre-shadow phase. And he's going to be slowing way down. We also have eclipses going on. It's just there's a lot happening near the end of March and on in through April. And we don't really eclipses are like, okay, destiny is in control. Right? That's what eclipse season is. Destiny is in control. And the universe is going to make decisions for you. So whether you want to deal with it or not, it doesn't really matter. You are going to have to contend with it in some way, shape, or form. Okay? The universe will push you forward or take things away or do whatever needs to be done in order for life to sort itself out, so you can really start this new chapter, i.e. the new astrological year, on sure footing. Okay, but it may feel a little bit uneasy over the next couple of weeks. But let's see what this moon card has to say for Capricorn. What does the moon energy look like? A new start is coming. Okay, well, that's exactly on point. A new astrological year. On top of that, eclipses. The first eclipse is on the 25th of March. It's kind of a weak eclipse. It's not going to be that strong, but it is an eclipse nonetheless. And then the biggest one of the year is on April 8th. So I know I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but just to kind of mentally prepare you, yes, it's a new astrological new year. Yes, we have powerful new moon in Aries. Yes, we have a Mercury retrograde coming up in April. So there's very much new beginning stuff coming online. But to counter the new beginning, there have to be endings. And so we are balancing that Pisces Aries stuff. Aries is where things initiate and ignite. Pisces is where things go, it's where we let things go. Generally speaking, I would say this should be a pretty optimistic time. Nonetheless, I think looking forward toward the future, looking forward toward what 2024 can really bring. I think Pisces season is really coming on hot with the optimism right now. Hopefully, I hope it is. And even if things are just kind of meandering right now and you're not seeing significant jumps, that's okay. I don't think you're meant to see significant jumps. I think this year is going to be a pretty nice paced year. Although there can be some things that are going to start rattling the cage here. But we'll talk a little bit more about that with the rest of the cards. But at the end of the day, going with the flow and allowing things to just kind of take hold over here and be released over here. Just kind of let those things happen organically and naturally without trying to impose too much of yourself into the process. All right, let's see what comes through with the tarot cards. We have the 8 of Coins. I love the 8 of Coins because this is what Capricorn kind of just does. It's like you just live your life. You know, I don't know that I have all these suggestions for you other than just, keep doing what you're doing, because there's a lot of productivity in what you're doing. And if you're actually showing up for your goals, right, your checklist, your to-do items, if you're actually showing up for those things, you're already ahead of most people. This is really about consistency. Now, the thing about Pisces season, though, is we do tend to kind of feel like we do need to take a break. And of course, depending on where you are in the world, okay, and this is going to vary and will not resonate with all of you, but if you are in a place in the world that has traditional seasons, summer, spring, winter, and autumn, right? We're coming out of winter and we're in the northern hemisphere, right? We're coming out of winter and moving into spring. But March can kind of be that muddy season where everything is muddy or gray, or it's not quite springtime yet, but it's also not really winter anymore. So it does feel very much like an in-between transitionary season. And so really showing up for the things that you know you can do, that's going to be a very bold act in and of itself. This is going to be preparatory for the new start, as we see with the Ace of Cups. This is going to put you in a good mindset and a good psychological state in order to be prepared for whatever this is. But there's also the release of the 5 of Cups too. And I think Neptune is going to play a big part in the release of emotions. It's very rare that we go through a Neptune transit and don't feel heightened states of emotion, because typically emotion, and that could be a whole slew of different types of emotion. It could be crying, but it could also be anger, okay, right? It could be the whole spectrum. Typically Neptune purges emotion. And so when we're feeling that, it can feel compressed, but there is also a release of it. So if you do find yourself crying one day, be like, okay, well, that's Neptune. He's helping me to let things go, getting it out of my physical body so it doesn't continue to block my energy system. Okay, and it doesn't manifest in some kind of physical illness or something. All right, this is something I think we can be grateful for. Because I know this Ace of Cups definitely feels like something that Capricorn wants. It's an opportunity, it's a relationship, it's a state of being, it's a lifestyle that makes you feel safe and secure. This is something that you want, and I think this goes hand in hand with the New Start is Coming card over here. It's like there's going to be at least one step that can be made in the right direction. And that happens after we release. I have a feeling this is more closely associated with what happens when Mercury comes into Aries after the 9th of March. Okay? Mercury is very connected to the aces because aces kind of is, messenger type of stuff. It's like things coming in. And I see that as being very mercurial. So let's see what else comes out. Let's see what the second row has to say. But I just see you minding your own business here with the Eight of Coins. Okay, it's not about getting involved with other people or making life too complicated right now. I would be very cautious about taking on new things. Just simply, my concern really is the longevity of stuff. Can projects last? Can you rely on people? You know, that kind of thing. Okay, I love the Chariot because it is a message of transcendence. And when I say transcendence, it means your current station in life, you're going to start to transcend this current place. And this is what we mean by ascension, if I could talk. And it's coming through your Eight of Coins. Like this whole, like, go to work, show up, take care of things. What I love about the Eight of Coins so much, and those of you who have been with me for any length of time know how passionate I get about the Eight of Coins, because this really is the essence of life right here. It's about having an idea, having a passion, having an intention, and channeling that through your physical body to actually see a result. It's the perfect combination of like all the businessy hustle culture, but also mixed in a healthy way with all the law of attraction manifestation type of stuff. Those two worlds combine and we get the Eight of Coins, which is a nice consistent stream of productivity. Things come in, things go out. There's not a lot of stagnation that happens with the Eight of Coins. It's all very balanced. It's not overwhelming, right? There's no avoidance, no procrastination, nothing. So when we are in that state, a lot of doors open for us. And it's important for us to know that when we are in that, and when I say grind, because I'm going to say like when we're grinding, please don't misunderstand. I am not telling you to work 20 hours a day and hit the pavement 24/7 and be cold calling or looking for jobs or whatever. I know we have to live our lives, all right? This doesn't feel like a grind because it's more of a flow, okay? But you are still seeing productivity, okay? So when you're in that place, this is when things start to really move. And the Chariot is about care. I mean, it's literally a mode of transporting you from one point to the other. And usually we go from where we are to where we want to be normally, right? When we get into a mode of transport, like a car, we go from our house to our destination. So I feel like there is a lot of support, universal support, to help carry you toward that goal. And I do like the Three of Coins in terms of collaborating with people, working with the right individuals, getting the right advice and counsel. All of that can be exceptionally useful. I also like the Three of Coins in terms of the creativity. Now, Pisces season is generally a very creative time, and you can apply creativity to any industry or any field or even any hobby or something you like to do in your own free time. It doesn't have to mean, you're sitting in an art room with a blank canvas and a paintbrush, okay? I mean like creativity that can be injected into anything that we do. And I feel like there's a lot of that pumping through Capricorn right now, especially late March, when Mars comes into Pisces on the 22nd. There's going to be a lot of creativity for you during that time. And communication seems to be good, although please keep in mind Mercury near the end of March will be making his way into his pre-shadow phase. So there might be some stuff that comes up for re-evaluation, or you may need to reiterate yourself somehow, or you may need to redo some things. But I think that's okay, because as long as you have really solid people that you're working with or that are standing by your side supporting you, there's really nothing you can't do. But there are certain decisions that need to be made with this Two of Swords. And you may feel a little bit torn in half. It might be the feeling between like, okay, you need to surrender, but also like be prepared for a new start, which may require certain actions to be initiated. And this is the hard thing between Pisces and Aries. Did I say this already? I may have already said it, right? But Pisces versus Aries, Pisces is surrendered, Aries is initiating. So there's two different things happening simultaneously that are somewhat in conflict with one another. And you're going to need to decide how much time each of these things get, how much resources you invest into each thing, and what is just overall more important for you in this particular phase of your life. Because some people may need to be a little bit more hands-off, even though there's going to be that urge pumping through of like, yeah, but it's Aries season. We need to get going. Some of you might be like, I can't start this prematurely because I still have to close out all of this other stuff, you know? And if there are things that have been kind of catching up with you, like if you have been procrastinating with things, this is going to be an excellent month to just hunker down and take care of it, right? 8 of coins. You just stop procrastinating. You sit down, you focus until it's done or it's organized or you set up the right system so you don't get behind on it again. I think the hard thing is going to be moving into this new astrological year, being buried underneath things that could have been taken care of months prior. All right, so we want to get prepared. We want to get prepared for a new start. The World, Temperance, and the Devil. Yeah, I'm really not seeing a lot of stress for Capricorn. I'm not seeing that you need to be worried or that there are any huge red warning signs with anything at all. I think it's more just personal stuff that you're dealing with, personal stuff you're going through. I think you can feel that you are inherently changing in some way, shape, or form. I look at this World card. This is the perfect, right? This is the perfect card to be sandwiched between the Surrender Now card and a new start is coming, because this is the actual portal between these two worlds. And when we approach these, I use the word portal, okay, but really what it is just I call it a chunk of time. It's a period of time where we make these transitions in our lives. And the World is a really neutral card. It's not good or bad. It just sort of is. We usually can sense it, right? We have this sensation that the world around us is changing, but it's also a very slow card as well. This is not about speed. All right, this is not a time where we should be doing anything for the sake of instant gratification. This is a time where we should do things deliberately and purposefully to set us up for success in the future. And the thing is that this Ace of Cups is going to be alluring enough to get you to take steps toward it, but it's not going to be so sparkly and shiny and tempting that you're going to completely abandon things from your old life either. Everything here, and this is what I love about coming into either Aries or Libra season, both these, because they're both associated with the equinox. So there does tend to be balance during these times of year. And it does feel like you're clearly in a situation of balance, balancing out new versus old. Yes, this is great. Yes, this is something that you actually want. It's lovely. It's beautiful. But it's also not going to stop you from getting everything else complete. Because when I look at this Temperance card, I see you being very disciplined, even with both of these together, the Devil and Temperance. I see you being very disciplined, very focused, very determined, stoic a little bit even. Now, when I say stoic, it doesn't mean you don't have emotion, and you will have emotion because Neptune will see to it that you do. There will be something that comes out, something that needs to be released. But even then, like let's say you do end up crying about something, even while you're crying, you will probably be able to be like, okay, this is me letting something out. This is me feeling so that I can attain new levels of emotional freedom. And with that, I think you'll feel okay. Whatever the emotion is, it's not really about what it is you're getting worked up about. It's about something else. It's about something deeper. And that something deeper is just sort of clawing its way out. And I do think it will come out. I really, really do. I think it will come out. And with the Devil card, there's a choice here. I mean, there's always a choice with all of these cards in just life in general, right? That's pretty much all we have are choices. But the Devil can be a really extreme choice because we can have all of this opportunity, but in a transitionary time like this, we can also choose not to transition. And we can choose to stay put, and we can choose to ignore and deny and procrastinate, and we can choose to hide. See, the thing about the Eight of Coins is that there is no hiding. You show up every day. Now, you may not be able to give it 100% all day, every day. We are still human beings after all. But I think the very act of showing up is the most important thing, and accomplishing something, even if it's only one thing. But there is always the option to not do that. There is always the option to keep your life the same, to go through the same lessons, to be in the same place. And I think there are going to be a lot of people who do choose that. But when you go through an energy shift like this, where you can tell that a new start is prominent, and then you choose to not embrace it, that's when you start to get torn in half, because your soul is going to keep going in this more positive, realm of big possibilities direction, but your physical body and your lower mind are just going to stay stuck. And this is where that internal self-abandonment really occurs. And I think there's a big possibility that many Capricorns are going to start dividing within themselves because they're not ready or willing to really embrace this new start. And they're not willing to show up every day, and they're not willing to work with people and expand their mind and let other people also have good ideas. This is so beneficial, this Three of Coins. What do we say? 2 heads is better than 1. 3 heads is better than 1. 10 heads is better than 1. The more perspectives and the more ideas you can open yourself up to, the more likely you are to be successful if you don't shut yourself down. Okay? But I don't know that there's anything for you to really do this month except show up in this Eight of Coins way. That would be the number one recommendation that I would give to my Capricorns for March. Might be hard because Neptune does not want you to be in this place. Neptune wants you to kind of be in this dreamy, sleepy place, but if you can have both. You can have the discipline and focus here, but you can also have the emotional release with the Five of Cups. I think a lot of Capricorns are going to find new layers of gratitude this month as well. Okay? All right, let's take a look at the clarifiers. What else does Capricorn need to know? For those of you who are new, I'm going to talk for another 25 to 30 minutes about all these cards. The link for the comprehensive readings will be found in the description box and the comment thread down below if you want to join. So starting with the Eight of Coins for Capricorn, another World card. Ace of Swords. 9 of Cups. Wishes coming true all around. 5 of Cups on top of 5 of Cups. Ace of Coins. I love an Ace of Coins with an Ace of Cups right next to it. High Priestess. Hanged Man, a Pisces card. Three of Cups. And the Empress. Another Three of Coins. Four of Cups. Queen of Cups. I got three exactly. Magician, Ten of Wands, and Princess or Page of Cups. Another Temperance. Another Ace of Cups. We're getting a lot of repeats, which I like, because that way we have some sense of surety and clarity that that original message was pretty solid. Two of Coins. The Sun. Two of Wands. Eight of Swords, Six of Cups, the Five of Wands. For the Devil, the Hierophant, Page of Coins, and last but not least, the Ten of Cups. Okay, so this is where we are going to pick up in the comprehensive. So if you want to join, you are welcome. Thank you so much, Capricorn. I love you. Have a great month, and I'll talk to you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.